We're back with our Working Smarter team. Starting us off is our new regular expert, Steve Gavatorta, and his feature, Straight Talk. Steve, it is such a pleasure knowing that every week we'll get the benefit of your highly sought-after expertise in business communications. Welcome to the team.
Thank you. I love it. Can't wait.
Love it, too. I really do. Okay, so, Steve, start us out with the fundamentals of business communication that I know you've said in the past, because Steve, as you guys know, has been on the show as a guest expert. Communication leads to increased profitability, but I understand that there's maybe one particular fundamental that stands out as key to good communications.
Well, something that I wanted to talk about was how trust is the foundational element of any successful relationship,
right.
And how
communication,
effective communication leads to trust, which leads ultimately to better results, and ultimately after that, better profitability as well, too. So,
so the key is trust here. Building trust and building trust through the way you communicate.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. So can you kind of give us an overview of how that works?
Sure. I think we talked before about trust, and I think we're lacking in it a little bit now. I think the traditional reasons like we're not keeping our word or walking the walk. But I think it's even more important now because we're losing that human interaction, that connection with people. And when you don't have that human interaction, connection, because we are in a fast-paced, high-tech, low-touch world, we're not able to establish trust. So I tell people you must first establish trust to build those relationships. Mm-hmm. I walk people through a process, and I basically tell them, listen, you must first connect with someone before you engage with them.
Okay, but, and I agree, sure. But we know trust is important. Yeah. So what are we doing wrong? What are we not doing to build trust?
Right. We're not making that human connection, as I'm saying. We're too big. We're text messaging. We're doing email. And I'm not saying broadly, but in a lot of ways we're losing that because we're not connecting with people like we did.
Okay.
And to finish that process, as I was saying, you must connect with someone before you can engage. You must engage with someone before you can build rapport.
Right.
You must build rapport before you can build credibility. And ultimately, you've got to build credibility before you can be trusted. And only then can you have long-term, meaningful, loyal relationships.
And what this is telling me very clearly is that it is a process. It's not something you can do overnight. Yep. It's not something you can do quickly. It's not something you can do as you buzz by somebody's cubicle saying, hi, how you doing, and think that that's going to make the difference.
Exactly. Yeah. It is a big-time process,
right.
And it takes some time. And you walk through those steps that I mentioned, and that's going to take you there. The key is they build on each other. You can't do one without the other.
Okay, so can you give us a little breakdown of maybe some other steps that we can do to?
Yeah, what we're going to actually do, and what I'd like to do in the upcoming weeks, what we're going to do is learn a 3-step process, and I help people learn to communicate better by understanding various behavior styles. I teach a 3-step process of learning 4 base behavior styles, teaching people to read the styles of those people with whom they interact,
right.
Then lastly, learning to adapt their style for effective communication, so you make those connections. You can then engage, become more rapport, build more rapport,
right,
build that credibility,
right.
and so on and so forth.
And that goes back to that platinum rule versus the golden rule. And what's the platinum rule again? It's not do unto others as you would have them do unto you, but do unto others as they want to be done unto, or something.
Thinking from someone else's perspective, being in their moccasins, so to speak, and understanding them from their point of view.
And then adapting your communication style to how they need to hear it, because you'll be better heard, and that's best for everyone.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay, very good. So then what's coming up next week?
Learn, read, and adapt. Learning about behavior styles and how that can help you become better at communicating with others, which will in turn help you build trusting relationships.
All right. Very good. If you want to ask Steve a question, he will answer either on or off the air. You can leave him a message on our listener line, 877-999-1172, or you can email your question to him at Steve, STEVE, @boomerradioshow.com. Thanks a lot, Steve. Talk to you next week.
Great. Looking forward to it.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.